Greetings, dear precious spirit soul that you are. Breathe into your heart, through your nose, and out through your mouth. Give the oxygen to yourself and the divine, and empower yourself in this moment. Because all there is now. Because all there is you. You are the absolute truth. Yes. Now, my topic is, I like this right now. Forget about believing. Everybody, if you believe within your heart, you'll know when you wish upon a star. See, all these songs are to get us outside of where the power really is. So we're going to give the power to a star. Well, why would I give it a power to what all looks like a bunch of light bulbs to be, or whatever they are, but this little light? I'm going to give my power out there? No, the power is here. So I don't need to wish on a star. And when I've really first started looking at, I don't know what, I think it was that movie Pinocchio. That has a lot of good stuff in it too, really. And about Pinocchio and the when you wish upon a star, that this little fairy person is going to come down from a star and is going to grant your wishes in this world. Well, if someone from the outside is going to grant your wishes, that isn't what I would say your highest option. Because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be a tool of manifestation for a belief system. And then the belief system is not a reality that you know for true or what is real. You believe it is. And look at the word be-live, okay? So B, and then the next one, L-I-E. So there you have lie right in it. Just like the word diet has die in it. Remember, Princess Di and so these words, how the subconscious in this mind system operates is and the unconscious or even deeper core beliefs. But these subconscious things, they get imprinted, and then that becomes, in a sense, the platform or foundation from which we believe, and then people are fighting for beliefs. Because how do you know something is true and not a belief? And you know something is true because you know it. A belief is, oh, I could do it, I can do it, oh, I believe this, I don't want to believe anything. And I'm not even making a belief out of it's a belief, because it's not that. It's an observation. It's a direct experience that I have. And also it's from the philosophy. And this is one of the things why the philosophy of who we are and how we function in the divine, is part of the source of all. So we have all those same qualities and abilities, and therefore we have no conflict with other divine beings, because they're operating from the same platform that we do, is of our continual abundance of all that is important to us: the love, the joy, the compassion, the being, the creativity, the energy, the life force, the power, because this is who we are. And what the Vedas, and Veda means knowledge, great knowledge from India, the ancient wisdom, I'll tell you, it's not that you make a belief system out of it, it's that they give you and anybody else's writings or workings or offerings, it's an opportunity to go check within and notice, and does this empower you or depower you? Is this more thinking you're analyzing, figuring out how you get even, how you be the grace, how you'll conquer, how you'll avoid this, how you amass more stuff, how you get out of this? It's like, oh, how do I solve it? I gotta think. And then you got the thinker guy, like, look at that, and he didn't look too happy. Looks like he's basically on the toilet, excuse me. Anyway, so what you want to do is take a look at how all the programming that goes on that you have to believe. And then when you believe, you can accomplish it. No, you can't. you accomplish things by doing them. You don't need, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. I have been going, because I see, all the years that I've been teaching and being a student myself, that's my big thing, a disciple, a student, is that I would meet all these years, and I would meet different people who would say, I've been studying this for years and years, but see, it's not working for them because they're memorizers. The problem with being a memorizer is that the memory is stored within the subconscious, so it is not the memory of knowing who you are. See, you want to remember who you are and never forget. You want to remember who you are and never forget. So when you remember who you are always operating from yourself, and you don't change to meet the situation. You don't change to become what somebody else wants you to be. You don't change to what you from who you are. You know what to do given time, place, and circumstance, because you are always connected. You have to say you're not. And when you start to believe I can do that, you're basically saying I can't do it, but then my mind says I can, and I have a concept that I can, and when I have enough belief, then it's going to happen. No, it doesn't happen when you have enough belief. It's happening the moment you begin doing it. And this is so cool. It's like what keeps people, fear makes people immobile. And because it's almost, because you've said something's insurmountable, because you've said it is, because it's been told that it is. They're going to get you. The boogeyman's coming, and it's going to get you any minute now. You better hide. You better run. You better get ready. Because what is this? Well, it's maybe a game. Maybe it's a game. Maybe it's cat and mouse. I don't know. Because we tend to be game players. And you can also understand on the higher divine level that if we're also looking at to set up a really cool game, it'd be one kind of like you got to forget who you are. So when you forget who you are, then you have a bunch of beliefs where everybody tells you who you are and what you are. And then if somebody threatens that and accuses you that you're not good, you go, I am good, I'm wonderful, I show you I'm perfect, I always do things right and everything. Why? Because that person has to have that going, because they have made this box that says I'm okay. That's the way they've dealt with that. But it has to make somebody else not okay, because that's duality. And beliefs then are depowering. They don't empower you. They depower you. And, I believe in the afterlife. Well, if you don't know who you are, there is no afterlife. You are life. There's no before life or afterlife. You are life. Yes, eternity. When you get this, and you're all capable in every area of you can do anything. So it's not when somebody says, what astrology sign? I am not an astrology sign. It was interesting. That was good. It's good for planting in this world. There's a lot of stuff that's there. But when I said, no, I'm not, because I can do anything. So can you. These are characteristics and qualities. And you might say, well, yes, it's probably true. When everything was working at a certain level, just like it's all heat, density, and heat and cold, temperature. So when all of these start to happen, it's like sometimes, like it's really, really hot, people get really, really, really irritated. Or if it's a lot of cloudy, some people, and a lot of rain, they get really, really, really depressed because they need more sunlight. So that is then going to cause some influence when you actually take birth, and then you've got all, because we're telepathic, because I remember my birth, and right this time, and as I left right as I was leaving the mom's body, I realized she was envious, and I also picked up that my dad was afraid. And he didn't know how to take care of the little girl, and my mom had just a lot of envy and jealousy. And what happens, all of us do, because we're programmed for that. And then we pick it up from everybody else. And then families hate each other, and they're fighting and hating each other. Well, I believe I can have it. I believe I can have it. And what I noticed in the people who actually really applied divine knowledge, ancient wisdom, because it's you as a researcher, you leave no stone unturned. You don't say, well, you can't go there, and my folks don't want me over here, and everybody told me I can't read this, and I can't open my, and I got to hate people. I got to have these cult of personalities who, I'm interested in issues. I don't care what these people are who think they're running things, and they're this and that and all that, and I'm getting on one, I hate one, I like the other. No, what are the issues? Get over child trafficking, you see, child rape, murder, and on these kinds of this. I don't care what anybody says, well, that's their truth, and it's their truth. No. There is a cosmic law that you do, and a divine one, that you endeavor for the well-being and welfare and happiness and all that is for every living entity, and that you do not on purpose cause distress, let alone kill, you see. I said the word. What you do is not believe, it's be who you are. And all is possible to you. Stop arguing for your limitations and proving old belief systems. And there's two things that tend to keep us stuck. This is according to the ancient Vedas. Attachment to a bogus teacher, over-attachment to family members, and whoever they are, so that we want to conform, we want to fit in, we want living in belief and hope and perhaps and someday, and I guess I'm just not in my chart, and I can't do it because I don't have the right numbers, and I got to change my name to make it different and all that. You can do all that. I'm not saying you can't, but use it. And then also when it's not, but the problem is you're making money from it. And then when a person is making money from something, and they think it's their livelihood, given that the power, they can't find the truth anymore, because that truth would then, maybe they'd lose money and they'd lose their business. So no, I'm gonna set up my camp here. But you want to be a free spirit, a free agent, you see, that I don't care what the truth is. I just want it. That's all. I don't have a preconceived notion. I search, I seek. I'm a spiritual sleuth. The Miss Marple School of Spiritual Sleuthing. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, forget believing. Know, be, and do. And there you are.